Do not adjust your set. This is a special edition of the Dr. Oz Show coming to you from Blood Manor, one of New York City's scariest haunted houses. Today we're going to find out what happens to your body when you're really out of wits, when you're scared or spooked or just plain panicked. It's also the perfect place to find out whether those weird oddities, those quirks, are normal or nuts.
I know this might sound a little weird, but when I'm scared or nervous, I tend to pee in my pants a little. Is that normal or am I nuts?
No matter what the temperature is, my hands are always sweating. They're like leaky faucets. Is this normal or is this nuts?
I really hate birds. I'm totally petrified them. I can't be near them.
Every week my body starts spasming randomly. My arms, my legs.
Sometimes I'll smell things that aren't even there.
Am I normal or am I nuts?
Am I normal or nuts?
I love to eat my earwax. Am I normal or am I nuts?
So, is she normal or nuts? Jolana is here in person. So how long have you been eating your earwax?
Well, Dr. Oz, I guess as long as I can remember, but I'll say 3.
Since you were 3 or 3 years?
3 years old.
And what started this process? What is it that appeals to you about it?
I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just any moment. It's just like when I stick my finger in my ear, I have to put it in my mouth.
Audience, what do you guys think? Normal or nuts? Yeah. They're smart already, but that was a sort of straightforward. I do think it's a little bit nuts. You're not nuts, but the action is nuts. So I actually reached out to audiologist Dr. Craig Casper to get some answers about this.
I have to say, this is definitely the first time I've ever heard of this, but I'm not really concerned about her eating it. I do, however, have a major concern about her digging in her ear canal constantly to pull out the wax. This could potentially pose a threat not only to the health of her ear canal, but also it could pose a threat to the eardrum itself.
So we've got our purple gloves on. Let me show you why Dr. Casper is concerned about all this. So the ear canal, it's only about 1 inch long. So go ahead and demonstrate for me again with this larger model how you might do this. So there's the ear, you put it in there, and off you go. And that's what you get out. Now, I blew it up for you. I took that inch and I made it much larger. So if you look at the ear in this capacity, you can stand right over here. You'll be able to see a little better. Now you see this canal actually has a fair amount of wax in it. Now, what ends up happening when you pick at it is that you're taking the wax that naturally is making its way out, and as it makes its way out, it's collecting dust, it's collecting dirt, the stuff that we don't want to have deep in our ears, and you're getting it on that stuff in your finger. Plus, your hand is going in there like this, and you're picking at this. So you see how you scratch it up sometimes?
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, that's not good. The bigger problem is you get this junk on your hands that you don't want to put in your mouth because it's got all that dirt in there, and that earwax gets pushed back in there and literally pushes up against the eardrum, which is here. So it traumatizes the ear canal in a way you don't want. What do you think? You still gonna keep doing it? You gonna think about stopping?
I would think about stopping.
All right, that's a start today. Thank you very much, Julana. I appreciate you being here. All right, let's hear from Janelle, who wants to know if her extra body part is normal or nuts. Let me get my wax off my hands. Thank you very much, Julana. All right, Janelle, extra body part.
Extra body part, yes.
Can you explain what that's about? Because you look pretty symmetrical to me.
Well, I thought I was pretty symmetrical too, but when I was pregnant with my firstborn, your breast tissue swells when you're pregnant, and I developed a lump in my armpit. And I went to see a lactation specialist, and she actually said that it's an extra mammary gland in my armpit, that I had a third breast. So it was about a kiwi-sized lump. Well, it's gone now.
Yeah. I have a picture of this because I actually can't show your breasts on television.
Okay.
So this is, again, there's your left shoulder above there, and that little lump there is not supposed to be there. Mm-hmm. So, what do you think, audience? Normal or nuts? Normal. It is normal for a lot of reasons. Come on over. It's actually fairly common. It's called a supernumerary nipple. And let me show you why they form. It's interesting because women have milk lines, just like a lot of mammals, right? Cats have these, dogs have these. So you have the regular breast nipples, and then you have extra places. These lines delineate those milk lines that allow breast tissue to evolve. So there are a lot of people right now can hear my voice. If they look carefully along these lines, they'll find an extra freckle. It's not really a freckle. It was the beginning of a breast. Just the very beginning of it. And you don't pay attention to it. Sometimes it grows, sometimes it doesn't. But all these areas can have breast tissue, all the way down into the groin and starting in the axilla. So it's a pretty common problem. They're benign. We generally don't worry about them at all unless
You're spilling milk.
Well, if they're spilling milk, at least we know what they are. But if they change it in a meaningful way, so if they grow, if they get a rash, if they form a harder lump, then we get more concerned about them. But otherwise, you're just well endowed.
I'm just extra, yes.
Yes, you're extra.
I'll take it.
Extra good.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And next up, a mother-daughter duo, Donna and Brittany. You are the first guests to ever show up on my show barefooted.
Well, Dr. Oz, we have webbed toes. Are we normal or are we nuts?
You do have webbed toes. Look at this, everybody. I don't know if you can see that, but we can. This is actually a very interesting change. They're webbed, and they can come in many forms. Can you all see that? There are probably people in this audience who are wondering, what are those webbed toes and where do they come from? Does anybody else in the family have webbed toes?
My dad had them.
And my daughter does. She's 4.
Your daughter?
Mm-hmm. Hers aren't as much as ours, but it's a slight web going on.
There she has mini web toes. Yeah. But you guys have big time web toes. What do you think, audience? Normal or nuts? Without any question, it is normal. I'll tell you, it's a fascinating thing. It's something called syndactyly. So the joints sort of come together. And there's actually, when you see these kinds of changes, it's always a clue to us about how we developed in our mother's womb. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but I've never shown a video of a child developing in a womb before. I thought I'd take this opportunity with a unique problem we've never talked about to show it to you.
That'd be awesome.
Here, come on back here. So I have an animation of what's going on. Let's say it's your stomach making your baby. So, a few years ago. So down deep inside, the baby is forming. In the very beginning weeks, it's in the very early stages, and you have basically paddles for hands and feet. They're paddles. And so as you evolve over the next few weeks, those paddles will begin to develop, and the toes and the fingers will start to break apart from the surrounding tissues to give you the 5 digits. But sometimes you actually don't break them completely apart, and you leave a little area that's fused.
Oh.
So your families, do they swim well? What are the advantages?
I don't know about advantages, but I know when we go to get pedicures, it's always interesting when they try to put the toe dividers between our toes.
So you can actually divide the tissue and separate the toes if you want. But frankly, it's not a medical problem. So I don't know. I would never have surgery to separate something if it's not an issue for you.
Well, we're glad to know we're normal.
Thank you very, very much. All right, you can explain lots more about these bizarre health quirks, and I'll help you do them if you watch our normal or nuts videos with Dr. Oz.
Oh, Dr. Oz, excuse me, over here.
Oh, Count. Come over here.
Greetings.
So cool.
Count from Sesame Street. And do you know why they call me the Count?
Why do they call you the Count?
They call me the Count because I love to count things. Yes. Yes. And Dr. Oz, yes, I have one more question for you.
Please ask. Can I say, if I can introduce the Count, and thank you for coming. I did not know you were coming today.
No.
I earnestly am surprised.
Yes.
But I love Sesame Street, and I grew up, like so many kids, watching Sesame Street, and you taught me to count and do lots of other fun things. So thank you for being here, Count Fun Count.
Oh, it is my pleasure, Dr. Oz. But listen, I have something that is a little bit of a question here.
Please.
I have been counting sheep before I go to bed, but counting makes me so excited that I end up staying up all night because I want to count the sheepies. Am I normal or am I nuts? I mean, what can I do to catch 40 winks?
What do you guys think? Is counting and making you excited something that keeps you up at night, normal or nuts, audience? You know what? Nothing on Sesame Street is nuts to me. I make you normal. Because you're super special. Count, high five me.
Yes.
Oh, you just keep counting all you want, and over time you eventually get tired. No matter how exciting those things are, over time you'll still get those 40 winks. You can count to 40,
I hope
can't
so.
you? All right. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on new videos to live the good life.